Are you feeling called to work with crystal skulls? Well, you must be if you're here. Hi and welcome. I'm Jena Skai, Sacred Soul Healer, Priestess, and Crystal Skull Keeper. And this is your introduction to working with crystal skulls. So first and foremost, what is it about crystal skulls that is so fascinating? I think in large part because it resembles our human skulls. But did you know that the 13 original crystal skulls that are from the Mayan civilization were not just carvings of human skulls? That's pretty amazing. So in case you were wondering, the origin of the crystal skulls actually comes from Mayan civilizations. And it is believed in the history and lore that there are 13 original crystal skulls that were distributed in different areas, hidden, if you will, until the right time came that they will be discovered and unveiled and brought back together. This is part of the Mayan prophecies, part of their cosmology beliefs. Like, this is heavily ingrained in their teachings and their practices, in my experience and what I have learned from my indigenous teachers. So this is a practice that originates from their traditions. And the original 13 skulls, there's a skull that has an elongated head. So it's elongated off the back of the head, and it looks very, what we would consider alienish. And then there's also another crystal skull that has a movable lower jaw, which is really amazing. And they call those talking skulls. Now, there's a lot of other different varieties of crystal skulls out there, including ones that they refer to as singing skulls. And those singing skulls, when they communicate with you, they communicate through song. And that's pretty fantastic too. So there's lots of stuff out there. I don't want to get too far into that end of this, but I just wanted to present, like, this is where it comes from. The whole crystal skull, working with them, communicating with them, channeling with them, originates from this Mayan practice. So the way that we work with skulls today is we sit with them, we meditate with them, we connect with them, and we use them as a tool for channeling. So these crystal skulls, they all connect to this energetic frequency. And through this frequency, I believe they hold this like imprint of a personality, of a light being. And that crystalline light being comes through and communicates through that stone. Now, for some of you, that might seem really out there, really woo, but if you've been with me, this is right up the realm of normal. So this is a practice that is used to help you develop your channeling skills. So this is something that you can do for yourself. You can do it as part of your healing practice, right? So there's all different ways that this actually comes into play for you in your life. So for instance, I have some of my crystal babies here, and they all have a different energy, a different way that they work with me and share that energy, and a different way that they want to be worked with. So for instance, this beautiful skull here is more for connecting with Kundalini energy and learning tantric practices and really working with that serpent Kundalini energy. And through working with the skull, I have developed different techniques and ways of activating that Kundalini energy. And that has been really phenomenal to be able to receive information like that from working with the skull. This beauty is very talkative and loves people, loves community, and wants to be shared with many people. So this is the skull that will be joining me in meditation practices and being shared with people in classes and workshops, because that's what this particular skull wants to do. It channels this light ray energy and it wants to share that with everyone. So that is the purpose of this one, is opening up to the light frequencies and really allowing for that to come through. Then I've got this beauty back here. In fact, I'm going to bring her up. So this skull, this one, quite interesting. So if you've maybe found a crystal skull already, you might understand. If this is very new to you, this might be interesting for you. But so I have a shop. I do have a metaphysical shop, a crystal shop here in North Carolina, and I do carry crystal skulls in my shop. Now I had two that were left, or I should say two that I got in that were crystal golden healer quartz crystal, and this was one of them. Now I had both of them sitting on the shelf in the shop for a few weeks, and this one kept speaking to me, but I was insistent on, like I got you to sell, like I didn't get you for me. But it would not stop talking to me, to the point of I had someone coming in looking for a crystal skull, and we were talking, and I was bringing her over to show her the two skulls that I had in. And as I'm talking to her, I'm like, this one will not stop talking to me. And I'm sorry, but I don't think this one is available anymore because it does not want to leave me. And she laughed and totally understood. And she's like, well, that means this one's mine then. And, it was just an amazing experience. So since then, this one has come home to me and really let me know, like, she was here to be a guide in the Priestess program that I also run. And she's connected to the Magdalene lineage. And I am teaching a Rose Priestess lineage. So she showed me this vision of this case for her, with the moss and the rose petals and being sat on top of this piece of wood. And like, she showed me how she wanted me to put it together for her as her case, as her space to hold her. And I absolutely love this. This is the first time I made a case like this. So this was a new experience for me as well. But this is what happens when you work and grow in your relationship with your crystal skulls, is they begin to communicate with you in ways that they want to work with you. So for her, she wanted to work with me in this way, to be held in this case, to be part of my Rose Priestess path that I teach, and to be present when I'm teaching that class, when I'm leading different initiations and transmissions. She is the one that is there, that is present and helping to hold that space. And I think that that is absolutely amazing. And that's, like I said, one of the ways that they can work with you. So this one is also pretty interesting because again, just being guided as to what to do. This is a spirit doll working with a skull. So this is a gemstone skull. It's actually howlite, dyed howlite, of course. Most of the time when you see turquoise stones, they're not really turquoise. They are dyed howlite, and that's absolutely what this is. So it is howlite. Howlite does have energetic properties. There's nothing wrong with howlite. It's just frustrating when people don't know that they use this stone a lot to dye it, to make it appear as turquoise, and they'll call it turquoise, referring to the color and not the actual mineral turquoise. And so then it becomes this whole fiasco. So this is not turquoise. This is howlite that's been dyed a pretty teal color. And howlite helps you to connect with your inner self, with your higher self, and really come into alignment with that. And so I made this kind of spirit doll with this little tiny gemstone skull. So this is actually a bead that's used for making bracelets, but it wanted to have more of a body and more of a presence. And so I listened, and this is what happened. It came into a creation. And I led a class, a workshop on creating these for this year. So I thought that that was pretty amazing. I absolutely love the energy of this piece, and I know how it wants to work with people. And it's going to be holding that energy, that frequency, that space. So working with them in different ways allows me to know which skull I really want to bring into presence when I am doing certain work. So for instance, I started teaching Kundalini moon dance, which came about from working with this skull. and really working through that Kundalini rising energy and the activation of the Kundalini energy. And it drives my birds crazy, as you can hear. So this energy frequency was something that I was working with. I do have a background in being certified and in dance practices, but it is this calling that came through as this is part of the wisdom that's being shared with you, and so then you share it forward, right? So that's one of the beautiful practices of working with crystal skulls, is they will download information to you. And I don't believe that when we are given this type of information and we are given downloads, it's not meant to just be stored in your head for just you. It is meant to help the whole of humanity. So my way of doing that is by tuning in, listening, channeling information, and then sharing it. And I believe the skulls that find their way to me, they know that, and they know that about me, and they know that this is not just a practice that I hold for myself, but it's a practice that I hold for my community in a much larger capacity, because I believe that it is part of my purpose here in this lifetime to help with the lifting of the energies of the planet, to help with that ascension process, and to help shift the energetic frequency so that it can evolve higher. And so part of even working with the skulls too is that recognition of the importance, like this one's like over here glowing in the sunlight, is that recognition of the importance of that energy, and recognizing too, like it's part of our collective, that we all are connecting into this frequency, and we all have this feeling that it is elevating and it is shifting. And if you're listening to that, you know, like so many people are talking about that right now. So working with crystal skulls is a way of tuning in and channeling. So if you have a hard time doing that yourself, this might be exactly what you need to help you kind of step aside from the ego brain, from the logical brain, from the rational brain, and step into the intuitive heart knowing by working with a tool that you can connect with and develop a relationship with, that wants to speak to you, that wants to talk to you. So for instance, this one really loves to connect and really loves to share. So I'm going to hold this up to the screen for a few moments. And I just want you to tune in. I'm going to bring her as close as possible. There we go. So take a deep breath, and just for a moment, visualize your third eye connecting to the third eye of this crystal skull. It's amazing energy to connect into. So just allow yourself to open and feel the energy of light that emanates through the skull. Good. Now, you might have felt some energy coming through for that. Now, what I want you to do is take a few moments to sit with your breath. Coming into your breath, I'm going to guide you through this connection process real quick. Okay. So come into your breath, tuning into the breath, deepening the breath into the belly. So allowing yourself to relax a little more, bringing the breath all the way down into the bowl of the pelvis, like really breathing deep. Do this for a couple of breaths. So when we do this, we're signaling to the central nervous system that it's safe to relax. It allows you to come into a more relaxed, receptive state. So just allow yourself to tune into that energy. Good. And now bring your awareness to your central column of light. It's this column of light that rests just in front of your spine. And bring your awareness to that space just in front of your spine, and begin to feel into the length of that central column of light within you that runs the length of your spine from your tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. So it connects from the tailbone, runs all the way up the length of the spine, through the neck, up into the skull, up into the crown of your head. So feel into this energy of your central column of light, your light body self. And become more and more aware of this light body self that is within you, this being of light within you, that is you, that is your soul self, that is your energy self. You are a luminous light body. And now begin to connect this energy down into the earth, down into the earth star chakra. Sending this energy like roots of a tree down into the earth, plugging into that earth star chakra, this deep burgundy red energy within the earth, a foot beneath you in the earth. And as you plug into this earth star chakra, you allow yourself to be grounded and anchored here on the earthly plane, grounded in your path and purpose here on earth, grounded into this connection to Mother Earth, connecting into the energy of all things here on earth. And now bring that energy up through your central column of light, recognizing your connection to all things here on the planet. And bring that energy up, all the way up into the skull of the head. And now pushing beyond the top of the skull, pushing beyond the crown chakra, connecting into this glowing, luminous white light orb of energy that rests a foot above you, your soul star chakra. This luminous light of energy that is a higher frequency. It is the frequency of your higher self, your soul self, your sacred soul. And as you tune into this luminous white light energy, you allow that energy to pour down into your crown and pour down into that central column of light, elevating your vibrational frequency to the highest available frequency available to you. Just breathe and allow for that energy to pour in, seeing that luminous white light energy filling up your central column of light. As you step into this luminous light body self more and more fully connected into this higher vibration frequency, and really allowing yourself to open up to this energy that purifies and amplifies your energetic vibration. And seeing this luminous white light energy fill your entire being as you become lighter and lighter. Tuning in to that frequency of inner knowing, your intuition, being able to sense and understand energy in a different way through your energy body self. And as you come into this space, I want you to slowly, again, open your eyes and connect again to the third eye of the crystal skull. And I want you to take a moment to ask this crystal skull what it is you need to know right now from its presence. Thank you, Shiva Ra, for sharing your wisdom with us. Thank you, thank you. And thank you to you for trying this practice with me. And taking a moment just to allow that to really process in your energy body. Closing the eyes and allowing yourself to really recognize the message that came through for you. The way it came through, a knowing, maybe words, maybe a vision, a symbol, in whatever way that looked for you. And recognizing that you are your light body self within this physical body. Move your intention, your awareness to your heart space. Your heart space is this energy that is the highest of the intuitive intelligence, right? This is where we really come into our inner knowing through our heart. And begin to pull your energy back into your physical body, seeing that luminous white light energy from the crown coming down and sinking into the heart space, and feeling the energy of the earth star chakra moving up and into the heart space, and allowing your heart space to be the center point of this energy. The heart space is the bridge of your upper chakras and lower chakras. It is the bridge that connects you to these realms. It is the bridge, the gateway to opening up to more divine wisdom and coming into sacred union within self. It's coming into the intelligence of the heart mind. Just allowing yourself to come into resonance with your heart at this time. And when you're ready, allowing yourself to open your eyes and coming back into your physical body, but recognizing that this light body version of you, it is here in your heart space, and all you need to do is connect back into the energy, to the frequency of your heart, go back within you and feel into that central column of light, that light body self, and extend that energy out anytime you wish to grow it, anytime you wish to open up that channel of light within you. It is a great way to just elevate your vibrational frequency. And it is the first step of learning how to tune into that energy so that you can better tune into other energies around you. So this is your introduction to working with crystal skulls. I would love to hear your experience, what you felt connecting to Shiva Ra, who is still over here glowing in the sunlight. That is crazy. But yes, I would love to hear your connection to Shiva Ra and what you got. And yes, I would love to hear. I would love to know what you feel from this beauty, this gem. Such amazing energy that I feel from it, and I hope that you felt it and experienced it too. And I would love to know what is calling you the most to crystal skulls, and how you feel that will grow you in your practice. So let me know below, leave a comment or send me a private message. I would love to know your experience. And if you want to continue to grow in your ability to work with and channel with crystal skulls, I invite you to take the next step in my upcoming workshop. Depending on when you're watching this video, it might be upcoming or it might have already happened. But you can absolutely reach out to me and I will connect you to where you need to go for this workshop. But if you would like to continue in this practice, I will be sharing the Wisdom of Crystal Skulls workshop coming up here soon. So I'd love to see you in there. And in that workshop, I will take you even deeper into working with and connecting with the crystal skulls and using them to channel wisdom. So I hope to see you there. I'd love to hear from you after this workshop, what you think, this little intro. Thank you for joining me and sharing space with me. And I hope you have a fabulous day filled with light, filled with love, filled with wisdom, filled with joy. Many blessings.